Kilo Yankee 4 Delta Alpha Victor KY4DAV.
Roger, Roger. And what was the name again? I'm sorry, boy, you went from about a 20 over to noise. Try me one more time there with the name.
Name's David, Delta Alpha Victor India Delta, David.
I got you, David. What radio are you running today, sir?
It's DX-10. I just now moved it out here, and I had it in an inside situation for the winter, and I just brought it out here and put it out here in my garage for the, for the summer. That way I could get it going. But this is the first time I've got it back on the air. Just got it hooked back up a few minutes ago.
All righty. Well, gosh, it sounds like it's doing pretty good. No problems there. Obviously, it sounds like about 3 dB dynamic range, which is 80 to 85% of peak modulation, so it's nice and full. And the EQ curve is also very intelligible. Roger?
Roger. Hey, man, I'd like to get it's just got the factory mic, factory hand mic, but I don't know, I've been looking at a couple different desk mics. What do you recommend?
Oh, gosh, the only thing I would recommend is that the microphone have an electret element. Not a dynamic, but an electret element. Now, I don't know if your radio will support that electret element or not. You maybe do some further research on that, but electret elements have so much better top end as far as enunciation capabilities, articulation. They're very, very neat on the top end there as far as preserving the articulation of the human speech. So for that, I'm in favor of them. But what model, I don't care.
Favor of them, but what model, I don't care.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, you got a great signal coming in, Jim. Southeast Kentucky. I've talked to you before. So I'll say 73s, old buddy, and you keep on carrying on. KY4DAV.
Roger, David, now I just got you on my local antenna, and you're about 10 over, so you can't run off right now, and we're just getting ready to do some good recording there. I'm just curious, how long have you been an amateur radio operator?
Oh, man, it ain't even been 2 years yet. I just kind of got back into it here, I don't know, maybe 2 years.
Roger. Now, do you, shoot like the pine trees, trying to get to the top of those pine trees and get that antenna up there 60, 70 feet?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the way we did this one, we just took a fishing pole, put a big old heavy... The way we did this one, we just took a fishing pole, put a big old heavy... 49 to 1 in fit halfway. And just throwed it over the trees here as far as I could. And like I said, I just now hooked it back up on this antenna. I had the wire all winter, but I moved the radio inside and made a different antenna. But I just now got it back out here and hooked it back up. And it seems to be working, I guess.
Roger. Now, one of the adversities to quick deployment is audio in the RF in the audio, and that occurs when you are kind of flying by the seat of your pants and you're trying to get the antenna out there and you don't have a good ground, and you're just kind of trying to get going there, and that RF has a way of, particularly at higher frequencies, the RF has a tendency to get back into the audio, and it causes there's all kinds of strangeness coming out of your radio, squeals and whines and all kinds of stuff. And usually, you have to have a pretty good ground system just to be sure that you don't have problems. Then, you have the antenna, and hopefully you can keep most of the RF flowing away from the radio, and under good circumstances that would be the way it would be, and then so you would be minimized as far as being disturbed by RF and the AF, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. I mean, are you detecting any kind of RF on my signal now? Because that's a problem that I had with this infed. But I've got a couple chokes. What are they? 240 mix 31. I've made a couple chokes. Put one at the beginning of the transformer and one behind the radio. And it seemed to help a whole lot. And I brought that same, I got that same setup, and I've only got like...
Frequency is in use. Frequency is in use.
Going out through my wires. But are you noticing any kind of RF on me right now?
No, sir. No, sir. You're clean as a whistle right now. I was just speaking futuristically possibilities, and I have a cure for that. Let me say this. I have a detection mode when I'm suspecting that I may be subject to RF and the AF, and that is that I normally have a certain audio level feeding the radio, and then I have a 10 dB boost position, which means I can bring the audio up 10 decibels above what's really needed there. And if I don't take off squealing or something with a 10 dB boost in the audio level, then I consider myself perfectly safe from RF problems, because you're bringing that audio level up 10 decibels above normal operating volume, and so the higher the mic gain, the more probable you are to RF detection in your audio system. So I'm boosting by 10 decibels over my normal operation, and if I don't hear anything or take off like a big bird squealing, I figure I'm all right, Roger.
Like I said, I just moved it out here, and I got it grounded good and everything, but this moved it out here, and I got it grounded good and everything, and I've got it all choked and everything, and I was hoping I didn't have any problems, but that was a big deal, man. It was kicking breakers, it was making my washing machine kick on and off, and all kinds of RF in the house, when I had it back in there in the winter, but I think I've got it figured out now.
Roger, David. And I'll suggest something for you. If you ever have that problem, you could prepare ahead of that. And that is to get you one of those old CV field strength meters that had a little antenna for detecting RF, and that little sniffer there with that little antenna on it is really neat in the shack, because you can turn the sensitivity up all the way and then go just looking around for hot spots in your shack by this Radio Shack. It's a field strength meter, and it's also a SWR bridge meter. But in the field strength position, it's really neat in the shop, because then you can actually see RF, which is a interesting thing to be able to do. Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. Yep, we actually did that. A buddy of mine got one. He brought it over, and it was pegging out. Back when I was having trouble. And I got to researching it and put these chokes on with the mix 31 ferrite or toroid cores, whatever you call them. I ain't what they are, but wrap it 9 times around it, put one behind the transformer, one behind the radio, and that seemed to cure it.
Roger, David. Well, I'm so happy for you that you're not incurring those kind of problems right at the moment. Now, keep my fingers crossed that it doesn't happen in the future. If you do, there's always that ground poise part to the antenna that you could try to minimize the RF floating around, and also if you wanted to, like I have 3 separate grounds. You might pound some grounds and try to separate them by 3 or 4 feet, and use one ground for your power output amplifier and the antenna switching and stuff like that. Use another one for the radio, and another one if you're using an outboard preamp or something like that. So it didn't make much sense to me to tie my mic ground to my power amplifier ground. Roger?
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, Jim, I'll let you go, man. I'm going to get off here. It's starting to pick up raining pretty hard here, and like I said, I'm out here in this garage and this metal roof. It's getting a little bit hard to hear, but I appreciate what you do, and I'll say 73 KY4DAV.
Roger, David 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. And if you wanted to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search. We'll bring up this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,400, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So 73, David. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Network. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.